recording artist would have been just like too busy and engrossed in his own career to actually have anything to do with, right? Like, there's no possible way this could be some kind of insane murder cover-up and David would have some kind of personal connection to this situation or person. But then, upon the discovery of this body, we began to get more information that raised some very huge red flags and concerns, like the body that was discovered in this Tesla was that of a teen girl. Authorities described the remains as having been dismembered or mutilated in some fashion. There are also allegations of a matching finger tattoo of some sort, and apparently the body has been ID'd as one Celeste Rivas Hernandez, someone who there has been a missing persons report out on since April of last year. Now, there are a lot of headlines saying how, you know, oh, this is a 15-year-old girl who was missing, but there's like some confusion around the age discussion on this topic, because it's important to remember that Celeste was 13 in 2024 when she had gone missing. And yes, while there are headlines and articles talking about how she was 15, given the state of decomposition her body was in upon discovery, she most likely died when she was 14. Now, it's off of these small bits of information and Celeste's ID that the internet began to start doing some sleuthing around David, and very quickly found that David and Celeste actually had quite a history together, a lot of which has been pieced together through a series.
For 2023, he was, well, I don't know his birthday actually, but 13/12, but yeah, extra months. But he was 18, I think, then, and she was 13 then. Wait, no, if it was this time, she would have been 12, for all we know. I don't really know what to say. Let's lock this nigga up forever.
Of old TikToks and Discord messages, Instagram posts and stories. But maybe the most damning piece of evidence to have resurfaced in the midst of all of this controversy is an old Twitch clip that we will play to you now, where David appears alongside a girl that seems to be Celeste.
I media trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
I don't really need to say anything. Like, give him, like, life. Like, life is, like, the longest you could do before you, like, die, right? Like, I don't know. That's muted.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
I mean, not only does this person look just like the girl in these missing person photos, the chat on this stream seems to be aware of not only their dynamic cracking some Epstein jokes as well, but just before the clip ends, someone in chat seems to be clearly aware that this person's name is Celeste. I mean, even without factoring in that we're possibly watching David here interacting with a girl who is now dead on camera in this clip, this situation is so strange, because what is somebody who is of David's position, a successful legal adult music industry recording artist, doing streaming late night with a girl who is clearly not even a high school graduate, who must be in his care to some degree, having to end a stream with her abruptly, saying this footage needs to be deleted after she makes an edgy joke, and saying, I media trained you. It boggles the mind, and it just makes you wonder, like, where are the adults? Where are the trustworthy authority figures? I mean, it's very telling that we're in a time where TMZ is posting clips of somebody who is allegedly this girl's former teacher talking to his students about how this girl, he used to teach her, and she met this rapper over social media.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. When I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. Cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
I mean, obviously he's trying to sort of like scare them straight about, you know, apparently who may be able to reach them or persuade them of whatever over Instagram or whatever, you know, channel they're being contacted through by somebody who might be in David's position, someone older, someone with money, someone with influence. But I mean, just think of how many people had to drop the fucking ball in order for it to get to this point. But yeah, it's very strange and it's very concerning because it does seem like, looking at a lot of different posts and stuff that has come up in retrospect, that this was, at least on some level, like a bit of an open secret among the most devoted segments of David's fan base. And yet this was not being called out effectively to a point where something was actually being done about it. And again, I stress, David was not like some crazy, obscure, completely underground figure that like nobody had ever heard of. Like, this guy had a very large and respectable social media following, had done some pretty big interviews with traditional media and sort of new media and podcast media. I mean, I admit, as somebody who regularly covers music, I myself was not aware of this either, but also I've never formally reviewed David's stuff and never dug into him because personally I just don't find his music that interesting. However, there were clearly a lot of people out there who did, and the fact that this was just going over the heads of so many, or just not registering to a lot of people as a sign of something bad, is just strange, especially given that in the wake of Celeste being ID'd, fans have not been having a hard time finding a bunch of different context clues, be it in some of David's biggest songs like Romantic Homicide, a track that when you look on YouTube was apparently released on Celeste's birthday. There's also been a leaked Celeste song with some pretty disturbing lyrics laced into it as well. And these things are concerning enough and honestly are just the tip of the iceberg in terms of like the various connections people have been making. But as of right now, as of me shooting this video currently at this moment, David seemingly has not been arrested. The biggest
Not even do that, bro. I'm too tired for this, bro. I'm too tired for this, bro. But I was about to just get up on my seat, bro. Your screen good, man. What do you mean?
repercussions that he's seen as a result of all of this is that, you know, his tour is just like done. And authorities have affirmed that there is an investigation going on right now into all of this, but what direction that's going in at the moment is kind of unclear.
A lot of people are going to be asking the very obvious question of why hasn't David been brought in at least for questioning? Law enforcement doesn't have the answers they want in order to be able to confront or question David, especially without an autopsy report as to the cause and manner of death.
And on top of all of this, another majorly concerning element to this story is the way that the internet has been handling it. I mean, sure, while fans and concerned citizens have dug up a lot of super valid and important information related to this case, also a lot of the discourse happening around this issue right now is being painted by clout chasers, by people throwing out insane conspiracy theories, people defending David or totally making up up false information,
them up
and
with-
everyone collectively joining into the narrative in this story is like pretending they're a true crime podcast host, digging for a string of clues that seemingly were left by maybe the biggest brain dead moron on the planet. A guy who, when you read into his behaviors and the way that he like wrote his lyrics and kind of presented himself, seems like he fancied himself as this
What the fuck am I reading, bro? David explains his manga character as his alter ego. Itami? E4D? Itami? I don't know what it means. Itami? He describes him as a agent of chaos that comes out at random times to commit crimes.
quirky but tortured, self-obsessed anime villain.
I'm really big into anime and I'm really big into manga. And I wanted to make my own manga series at one point. And a big part of that manga was an evil version of me named Itami, which means pain in Japanese. The story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself.
But clearly this situation right now is ongoing, and as much as the internet has dug up around this topic and
Bro, I listened to
David
his album on
and
his
Celeste's
stream, bro. I like
alleged
his
history,
music, bro.
we're still standing officially at a point where we have more questions than answers. But still, on the surface, from everything that has been gathered thus far, the tea leaves are sending a very disturbing message. While I'm sure there are many out there who are very desensitized to the insanity that this story is displaying on some level, I myself continue to be shocked by stories that we're seeing come out of the music industry over and over of people abusing their positions of power in order to abuse and take advantage of others. And if this pans out to be another one of those, it's going to go down in history as handily one of the worst. But that is going to be it. Those are my thoughts for now. One of the worst. But it's going to go down in history as handily one of the worst.
Okay, that was just fantastic. I thought I saw like
But
Barney there.
that is going to be it.
That's transition.
Those are my thoughts for now. Let me know yours in the comments. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano. I'm disturbed.
Peace, man.
Forever.
I mean, I like, there's not really much to say. Like, I'm kind of just in shock because I really used to listen to his music, bro. But let me show you. I actually probably have to look him up for this place. But man, I'm calling, bro. Bro, he had a song with. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was blazing the fucking out. Okay, but never mind. I remember when I listened to it, I thought it was like mid, but I liked a bunch of the songs from. I just be doing that. But he had a song with fucking Invincible, bro. That's so like crazy to me, bro. Like you never know. Niggas will really just be crazy, and you'll never know. Almost 2 billion plays on both of these songs, bro. And then almost 1 billion. Well, that's not. You know what I'm saying, right? Fuck, bro. Wow. He has a song with Lofty. Then he has mad songs with Caillou. I don't know what I'm saying, but damn, bro. Yeah, that tour is done. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think it's time I go to sleep. This little Mabu? What is this? This little Mabu? Alright, I need to go to bed. Okay, y'all, that nigga's crazy. I don't know what else to say. Damn. Like, I really used to listen to that. I'm not gonna listen to no more. I only listened to like 3 songs for real. Medical Design, Feel It, and shout out this guy who's trying to come up and see. But Feel It, and what's that one other song? Romantic Homicide. Alright, y'all, tired? Don't be like this, nigga. No. From my voice. I'm sorry, I got like a sore throat, but I mean, watch who you respect, you know, watch who you listen to. With valuable as possible. Peace out, y'all. Stay safe. Have a good night. Peace out.